Hello and welcome to 168 Hours. I'm your host Malak Ahmed Fayaz, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us for another edition of our weekly roundup. President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu emphasizes the urgent need for easier access to financial assistance for small island developing countries like the Maldives to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change. He made the remarks in an article published in The Guardian. Highlighting the persistent threat posed by climate change, particularly sea level rise, President Dr. Muizzu underscored the Maldives' long-standing struggle in addressing this existential challenge. Since 1989, the Maldives has been at the forefront of raising awareness about climate change on the international stage, recalled the President. The President said that 35 years have passed since Maldives brought the issue of climate change to the attention of the international community. Reflecting on the past 3 decades, President Dr. Muizzu lamented the adequate allocation of financial aid to combat climate change, with small island developing countries receiving a mere 14% of the total assistance. He emphasized the disproportionate vulnerability of nations like the Maldives to the impacts of global warming. Calling for re-evaluation of the current criteria for distributing financial aid, President Dr. Muizzu asserted that the existing framework fails to account for the unique challenges faced by small island nations, such as the Maldives, hindering their access to crucial assistance. Furthermore, President Dr. Muizzu highlighted the effects of being categorized as a developing country, which has limited Maldives' access to financial aid reserved for the least developed nations. Addressing the shortcomings in assessing climate change risks, President Dr. Muizzu advocated for revising aid allocation rules and interest rates to better reflect the vulnerabilities of small island developing countries. Failure to do so, he warned, could leave millions of people in these nations vulnerable to displacement and homelessness. President Dr. Muizzu also showcased Maldives' proactive measures in adapting to climate change, citing initiatives like the environmentally sustainable Hurumale project and the groundbreaking Rasmale eco-city development. Despite these efforts, President Dr. Muizzu emphasized the critical need for increased financial assistance from climate funds to overcome barriers to implementing such projects. Looking ahead, President Dr. Muizzu announced Maldives' intention to propose a multidimensional vulnerability index at the upcoming 4th International Conference of Small Island Developing States (SIDS). This index aims to accurately assess climate change risks faced by countries, thereby facilitating access to funding for vital projects. President Dr. Muizzu underscored the indispensable role of international financial institutions and affluent nations in addressing the urgent climate crisis. Without prompt action, he warned, the lives and livelihoods of 65 million people in small island countries would remain perilously at risk. President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu expresses his heartfelt condolences to the family of Ahmad Hafiz following his passing. Notably, Hafiz made significant contributions to both the Basketball Association of the Maldives (MBA) and the Maldivian fisheries sector.
In a social media post, President Dr. Muizzu highlighted the dedicated service of Hafiz to the Maldives and the PPM-PNC coalition. He emphasized the invaluable role Hafiz played in advancing the nation's sports, extending sincere sympathies to his family and invoking blessings for his departed soul. Hafiz, who passed away while battling cancer, served 2 terms as MBA president, steering Maldivian basketball to numerous successes. His leadership was instrumental in enhancing the country's presence in international and domestic tournaments, as well as in fostering talent development. Furthermore, Hafiz made enduring contributions to marine research, notably serving at the Marine Research Center since its establishment. From 1994 to 2004, he held the position of director, spearheading significant scientific endeavors and publishing notable work on marine life and fisheries. His influence extended to key roles within the Ministry of Fisheries and Ocean Resources, where he played a pivotal role in identifying and naming new fish species in the Maldives.
Minister of Tourism Ibrahim Faisal states that Maldives is now a global example in the field of sustainable tourism.
The statement was made by the minister during the Maldives Media Meet press conference organized by Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation (MMPRC) in the ITB China Fair. MMPRC announced that Maldives has been selected as the official destination partner for ITB China 2024 on a previous stance. The ITB China, a prominent B2B trade show focusing exclusively on the Chinese travel market, will take place from May 27th to 29th this year at Shanghai World Expo Exhibition and Convention Center. Addressing the media, VIP Speaker of the press briefing, Minister Faisal observed that the nation is recovering from the aftermath of the COVID-19 global pandemic. The minister emphasized that the primary objective of the administration is to preserve and promote tourism, highlighting the Maldives' global recognition as a leader in ecotourism. Furthermore, Minister Faisal stressed the significance of minimizing the negative impacts of global economic shocks and health catastrophes. The minister affirmed that efforts are underway to facilitate access to loans in the tourism sector, noting that the retail loans will be accessible with low interest rates following the establishment of the Development Bank. During the conference, Maldives and China signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) to establish digital payment networks. The MOU was signed by Deputy Managing Director of MMPRC, Zihuni Rashid, and Country Manager of Weijinpay, Etienne Ng. Following the signing of the MOU, MMPRC expressed confidence that leveraging Weijinpay's marketing activities will bolster Chinese tourist arrivals, reinforcing the Maldives' status as a preferred destination. Additionally, MMPRC highlighted the press conference significance in promoting Maldives' tourism industry in the Chinese market through popular media platforms. It elaborated on the nation's appeal to Chinese tourists and shared insights on ongoing promotional efforts within the industry.
Minister of Cities, Local Government and Public Works Adam Sharif Umar reveals that the upcoming state budget will include provisions for introducing public works or services in 15 additional atolls. He made the announcement during the opening ceremony of a meeting focused on strengthening the public works of administrative areas.
Speaking at the meeting, Minister Adam Sharif emphasized that expanding public work services across the nation is a top priority for President Dr. Mohammad Muiz. He also assured that the ministry will continue its efforts under the President's guidance addressing issues at existing sites. Additionally, Minister Adam Sharif highlighted President Dr. Muiz's commitment to empowering local councils and collaborating with them. He mentioned his initiative to work closely with councils to extend public work services. He also revealed plans to establish mobile units to address emergency issues promptly. Furthermore, Minister Adam Sharif noted that within 6 months of the current government, the city's ministry has achieved significant success in delivering services, empowering councils and enhancing public works. He also stressed that these efforts require collaboration among all stakeholders to identify and tackle existing challenges.
Minister of Education Dr. Ismail Shafiu emphasizes the importance of research in developing an environmentally friendly education system in the Maldives. He made the remarks while speaking at the Global Partnership for Education GPE Knowledge and Innovation Exchange KIX Forum.
GPE, an international organization dedicated to educational research, seeks to address existing issues through innovative solutions. The KIX Maldives National Uptake Forum 2024, held in collaboration with Villa College, conveyed global education researchers. The primary objectives of the forum included discussing research findings and securing financial support for ongoing and future studies. Speaking at the opening of the forum, Minister Shafiu highlighted the significance of such forums in fostering modern advancements in the Maldivian education system. He stressed that these studies are crucial for assessing the current educational environment and implementing suitable changes. In addition, he said that the forum serves as a platform for sharing best practices from other countries. The KIX Forum features presentations on research conducted by various countries and institutions, aiming to engage with funding providers on the importance of continued research. The Canadian International Development Research Centre supports the GPE financially and is an active participant in the forum. The forum, which spans 1 day, includes panel discussions on various key topics.
Deputy Speaker of Parliament Ahmad Nazim announces the formation of a parliamentary housing committee during a program aired on PSMNEWS.
Nazim noted that while the ruling party, People's National Congress (PNC), has expressed a desire to establish this committee, there are already some parliamentary committees with housing-related mandates. However, he assured that amendments to the parliamentary regulations within the general committees will further facilitate the formation of a dedicated housing committee expected to be established by the end of June. Moreover, Deputy Speaker Nazim emphasized that the new creation of this new committee will significantly address and alleviate the housing challenges previously faced. He reiterated that the parliamentary system with the new committee in place will be better equipped to tackle housing issues more effectively, ensuring a more focused approach to this critical area. Additionally, housing is a key focus of President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu's government. The government is highly committed to resolving housing issues through diligent efforts and necessary revisions to the legal framework. This commitment to improving housing is seen as a central part of the present administration's policy agenda.
Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Mohammad Amin reveals plans to refer cases of registering more than the allowed number of garages and issuing fraudulent garage letters without the owner's knowledge to the Maldives Police Service MPS and the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC.
During a press briefing on the Transport Ministry's activities in the first 6 months of the new government, Minister Amin highlighted the garage letter issue as a major concern. He emphasized that letters have been created and sold in the names of properties without the owner's consent, and properties without actual garages have been falsely designated as such. Additionally, Minister Amin expressed concern over the loss of rights for citizens uninvolved in these fraudulent activities. He classified these incidents as severe fraud and confirmed that the cases will be reported to the ACC and MPS for thorough investigation. Furthermore, Minister Amin revealed that unauthorized individuals had accessed the ministry's vehicle registration software. To address this, he said that the ministry is enhancing the security of its monitoring software. The Transport Ministry disclosed that in 2019, a single garage was used to register 1,700 cars, underscoring the chaos in vehicle registration. The lack of regulation, particularly in Malé City, has exacerbated congestion issues.
The Maldives once again calls for an end to the inhuman attacks against the Palestinian citizens and for the immediate provision of medical assistance. The call was made by Minister of Health Dr. Abdullah Khalil, who represented the Maldives at this year's World Health Assembly. Speaking at the Assembly, Minister Khalil said that the citizens of Palestine will always be in the hearts of the people of the Maldives. As such, he said that the Maldives has condemned the inhuman acts against its citizens. Additionally, Minister Khalil noted that many things are happening against Palestine in violation of international humanitarian law. He said health facilities are being targeted and such acts should be stopped. He also called on the World Health Organization (WHO) to increase its assistance to Palestine and work to ensure the protection of health workers and facilities. Furthermore, Minister Khalil has condemned the actions of the Israeli military. He also called on those who are willing to help Palestinians and to obey the laws and regulations. The Maldives participated in the vote to improve the health situation in Palestine at the World Health Assembly. The 77th World Health Assembly was held in Geneva, Switzerland. This year's theme of the Assembly, which was attended by health ministers from 192 countries, was All for Health, Health for All. Minister of Defense Mohammad Ghassan Mahmoud says that the government of the Maldives is against the permanent presence of foreign military troops, despite establishing defense relations with each other. He made the remarks while speaking at the Shangri-La Dialogue 2024, organized by the International Institute for Strategic Studies, IISS, in Singapore. Speaking at the dialogue, Minister Ghassan said the government's policies are to enhance the capacity of the country's own defense forces and ensure internationally accepted standards in the region. He also said that President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu prioritizes maintaining existing ties with countries and establishing more. Additionally, Minister Ghassan noted that President Dr. Muizzu prioritizes improving the quality of the military and enhancing its capacity to protect itself against maritime terrorism acts, abuse of legal resources, and climate change. In terms of the territory in which the Maldives is located, he said that it has international responsibilities and the responsibility of protecting individuals traveling in the Indian Ocean. Furthermore, Minister Ghassan described ensuring the security and safety of small countries as always a challenge and said that small countries like the Maldives have regarded international law as the greatest guarantee of independence. He, however, noted that some countries are abandoning these values as a challenge to the security and safety of small countries. Therefore, he said that small countries need to build strong relationships to overcome the challenges. He also said that relationships should be established between small countries and outside them. Moreover, Minister Ghassan said President Dr. Moisu's policy is to enhance defense capabilities and to ensure the security of the maritime area around the Maldives. He also said that the government does not want foreign military troops to be stationed on Maldivian soil in any sense. The IISS Shangri-La Dialogue is Asia's premier defense summit. It is a meeting where ministers debate the region's biggest security challenges and participate in important discussions. This year's meeting takes place in Singapore from May 31st to June 2nd. Ministry of Foreign Affairs announces that Minister Musa Zamir is scheduled to embark on an official trip to Sri Lanka. This visit will mark his inaugural visit to Sri Lanka since assuming office. A statement released by the ministry indicated that the official visit to Sri Lanka is slated to occur from June 3rd to June 6th, following an invitation extended by Sri Lanka's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ali Sabri. The ministry revealed that during the trip, Minister Zamir will engage in discussions with high-profile dignitaries of the government, in addition to the foreign minister. As such, the minister will meet the President of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, and the Prime Minister of the nation, Dinesh Gunawardena. During the meeting, Minister Zamir will focus on strategies aimed at bolstering and fortifying the enduring relationship between the two nations. Additionally, the discussions will also encompass initiatives to streamline arrangements for Maldivians residing in Sri Lanka. Minister of Cities, Local Government and Public Works Adam Sharif Umar says that an eco-friendly system should be established to communicate with councils and ministries through technology. The city's ministry had announced the goals to be achieved during this term. As such, the ministry has launched a strategic action plan to outline and formulate the work to be done to fulfill the pledges of President Dr. Mohammad Moisu. Speaking at the launch of the action plan, Minister Adam Sharif said the plan should discuss establishing a system for easy communication between councils and government ministries and institutions. He said that in the past, councils have come to Malé City to meet various government institutions and have spent heavily on transportation. He also said that the world is technologically advanced and councils should be able to use technology resources to meet and discuss with institutions. The government gives special priority to meeting the needs of the councils. President Dr. Moisu visited the islands of the country and met with a total of 160 councils. Minister Sharif also visited the islands and met very closely with the councils and held seminars on decentralization in 2 islands. The ministry has also appointed individuals to monitor the affairs of each atolls in order to respond as closely as possible to the requests of the councils. As such, 2 or more individuals have been appointed to each atoll and state ministers have been appointed to take care of the affairs of the atolls. That's all we have for you at the moment. Thank you for watching 168 Hours. Until next time, stay informed and have a wonderful week ahead.